Hello students, welcome to the study of Standard 10 Science and Technology Part 1, Chapter 5, Heat. Introduction. Students, can you recall what is the difference between heat and temperature? So come on, let us understand the difference between heat and temperature. First, heat is a form of energy, whereas through temperature the quantum of the heat of the substance is expressed. Second, particles of matter possess potential energy and kinetic energy. The total energy of all particles of matter in a given sample is called its thermal energy, whereas temperature is a quantitative measure of degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Third, when two bodies at different temperatures are in thermal contact with each other, there is transfer of thermal energy from a body at higher temperature to a body at lower temperature. Thus, temperature determines the direction of energy transfer. Heat is explained in joule, calorie and erg. Temperature is expressed in degree centigrade, degree Fahrenheit and degree Kelvin. Children, do you know the different modes of heat transfer? Yes, conduction, convection and radiation are the different types of transfer of heat. In the previous standard, we have learnt about heat and different types of transfer of heat. We have also performed few experiments related to expansion and contraction of solids, liquids and gases. We have learnt about the difference between heat and temperature. We have also seen how temperature is measured. Yes, temperature is measured by an apparatus called thermometer. In this chapter, we are going to study latent heat of phase transformation, anomalous behavior of water, dew point, humidity and specific heat capacity. So let us learn more about these concepts. First, let us understand latent heat. In order to understand latent heat, try this. Take a few pieces of ice in a glass beaker. Insert the bulb of a thermometer in ice and measure its temperature. Put the beaker on a stand and heat the ice using a burner. Record the temperature using the thermometer after every minute. As the ice is heated, it starts melting. Stir the mixture of ice and water. Continue heating even after ice starts melting. Draw a graph of temperature versus time. What will you observe? You will observe that the temperature of the mixture remains 0 degrees centigrade till the ice melts completely. If we continue heating even after conversion of all ice into water, the temperature of water starts rising and reaches 100 degrees centigrade. At this temperature, water starts converting into steam. The temperature of water remains constant at 100 degrees centigrade till all water converts into steam. The graph of temperature versus time is shown. In this graph, line AB represents conversion of ice into water at constant temperature. When ice is heated, it melts at 0 degree centigrade and converts into water at this constant temperature. The ice absorbs heat energy during this transition, that is conversion, and the absorption of energy continues till all ice converts into water. The temperature remains constant during this transition. This constant temperature at which ice converts into water is called the melting point of ice. Thus, during transition of solid phase to liquid, the object absorbs heat energy but its temperature does not increase. This heat energy is utilized for weakening the bonds between the atoms or molecules in the solid and transform it into liquid phase. The heat energy absorbed at constant temperature during transformation of solid into liquid is called the latent heat of fusion. The amount of heat energy absorbed at constant temperature by unit mass of a solid to convert into liquid phase is called specific latent heat of fusion. Once all the ice is transformed into water, the temperature of water starts rising. It increases up to 100 degrees centigrade. Line BC in the graph represents rise in temperature of water from 0 degrees centigrade to 100 degrees centigrade. Thereafter, even though heat energy is supplied to water, its temperature does not rise. The heat energy is absorbed by water at this temperature and used to break the bonds between molecules of the liquid and convert the liquid into gaseous state. Thus, during transformation from liquid phase to gas phase, heat energy is absorbed by the liquid, but its temperature does not change. This constant temperature at which the liquid transforms into gaseous state is called the boiling point of the liquid. The heat energy absorbed at constant temperature during transformation of liquid into gas is called latent heat of vaporization. The amount of heat energy absorbed at constant temperature by unit mass of liquid to convert into gaseous phase is called the specific latent heat of vaporization. Different substances have different melting point and boiling point. The values of melting point, boiling point and latent heat depend on atmospheric pressure. Use your brain power. Is the concept of latent heat applicable during transformation of gaseous phase to liquid phase and from liquid phase to solid phase? Answer: yes, the concept of latent heat is applicable during transformation of gaseous phase to liquid phase and from liquid phase to solid phase. Where does the latent heat go during these transformations? During these transformations, the latent heat is given out by the substance to the surrounding. So students, in this video you have studied about latent heat. There are two types of latent heat of fusion and latent heat of vaporization. The specific latent heat of fusion is defined as the amount of heat energy absorbed at constant temperature by unit mass of a solid to convert into liquid phase. It is called the specific latent heat of fusion. Now, latent heat of vaporization, the amount of heat energy absorbed at constant temperature by unit mass of a liquid to convert into gaseous phase is called the specific latent heat of vaporization. So, keep revising the two definitions, specific latent heat of fusion and specific latent heat of vaporization. Now students, in order to find out the latent heat, there is a formula Q is equal to ml, where Q is the heat supplied, m is the mass of the substance, L is the specific latent heat. It can be specific latent heat of fusion or it can be specific latent heat of vaporization. So units of specific latent heat L is equal to unit of Q upon unit of M. So SI units of specific latent heat L is calorie per kilogram. Q, again I repeat, Q is the heat supplied. So Q is equal to ml, that is the heat supplied when the substance is changing from solid to liquid, or the heat supplied when the substance is changing from liquid to gaseous. So SI unit of specific heat L is calorie per kg.